Regional accreditation is the educational accreditation of schools, colleges, and universities in the United States by one of 6 regional accrediting agencies. Accreditation, technically a voluntary process, is a means by which colleges demonstrate to each other, and sometimes to employers and licensing agencies, that their credits and degrees meet minimum standards. It is the self-regulation of the higher education industry. Each regional accreditor oversees the vast majority of public and private educational institutions, both not-for-profit and for-profit, in its region. Their primary function is accreditation of post-secondary institutions, though there is a limited amount of accreditation of primary and secondary schools. While it might seem that national accreditation would be more important than regional accreditation, this is, in general, not the case. Regional accreditation is much older, and more prestigious, than national accreditation. Most non-profit institutions are regionally, not nationally, accredited. National accreditation is legitimate in some specific subject areas, such as nursing or car repair. List of regional accreditors. The following are the regional accrediting agencies for educational institutions in the United States: Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools, educational institutions in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, as well as schools for American children in Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. New England Association of Schools and Colleges, educational institutions in the 6 New England states. Higher Learning Commission, formerly part of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, educational institutions in Arkansas, Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, North Dakota, Nebraska, New Mexico, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Wisconsin, West Virginia, and Wyoming. Northwest Accreditation Commission for Primary and Secondary Schools and Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities for Post-Secondary Institutions in Alaska, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Oregon, Utah, and Washington. Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, educational institutions in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas and Virginia. Western Association of Schools and Colleges, educational institutions in California, Hawaii, Guam, American Samoa, Micronesia, Palau, and Northern Marianas Islands, as well as schools for American children in Asia. Each regional agency has full accrediting authority for both grade schools and colleges, with the exception of the Northwestern region, for which responsibility is divided between 2 separate accreditation agencies. The U.S. Department of Education and the Council for Higher Education Accreditation list a total of 8 regional accreditation entities as recognized for higher education accreditation. Except for the Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities and the Higher Learning Commission, these are subdivisions within the regional agencies. The Middle States Commission on Higher Education, a component of the Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools, 2 subdivisions of the New England Association of Schools and Colleges, the Commission on Institutions of Higher Education and the Commission on Technical and Career Institutions, the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, 2 subdivisions of the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, the Accrediting Commission for Community and Junior Colleges and the Accrediting Commission for Senior Colleges and Universities. History. The regional accrediting agencies were established in the late 19th and early 20th centuries in response to a perceived need for better articulation between secondary schools and higher education institutions, particularly to help colleges and universities evaluate prospective students. The New England Association was formed in 1885 by a group of schoolmasters of secondary schools. The Middle States Association formed in 1887. The faculty of Vanderbilt University led the establishment of the Southern Association in 1895, and the North Central Association was organized the same year at a meeting of 36 administrators of Midwestern schools, colleges, and universities. the Northwest Association of Secondary and Higher Schools was formed in 1917 and the Western Association was founded in 1923. Initially the main focus of the organizations was on accreditation of secondary schools and establishment of uniform college entrance requirements. Accreditation first emerged as a regional rather than national activity because it typically involved site visits, and the fastest transportation available at the time was the railroad. Regional accreditation versus national accreditation. Regionally accredited higher education institutions are predominantly academically oriented non-profit or state-owned institutions. Nationally accredited schools are predominantly for-profit and offer vocational, career or technical programs. National accreditation is used in the non-profit sector for specific programs, such as nursing. Every college has the right to set standards and refuse to accept transfer credits. However, if a student has attended a school that is not regionally accredited, it may be difficult or impossible to have the credits, or even the degree earned, recognized by a regionally accredited college. A 2005 study by the U.S. Government Accountability Office found that, in making decisions on credit transfer, about 84% of U.S. higher education institutions considered whether the sending institution is accredited, and many had policies stating that they would accept credits only from regionally accredited institutions. About 63% of institutions told the GAO that they would accept credit from any regionally accredited institution, but only 14% similarly accepted credits from nationally accredited schools. Regional institutions are reluctant to accept credits from nationally accredited institutions due, in part, to national accreditors' less stringent standards for criteria such as faculty qualifications and library resources. Students who anticipate transferring credits from a nationally accredited school to a regionally accredited one are advised to verify that the regionally accredited school will accept the credits before they enroll in the nationally accredited one. In general, the names of U.S. post-secondary institutions and their degree titles do not indicate whether the institution is accredited or the type of accreditation it holds. Rules on this topic vary from state to state. Regulations of the Tennessee Higher Education Commission require that post-secondary institutions in the state of Tennessee must be regionally accredited to use the word university in their names, and that a school lacking regional accreditation may not use the word college in its name without adding a qualifier such as career, vocational, business, technical, art, Bible, or Christian. Tennessee rules also specify that only regionally accredited schools can issue liberal arts degrees or degree titles such as Associate of Arts or Science and Bachelor of Arts or Science. See also, Council for Higher Education Accreditation, List of recognized higher education accreditation organizations, List of unrecognized higher education accreditation organizations, pre-tertiary education accreditation. References. External links, U.S. Department of Education, Accreditation in the United States.